Hello friends! As the Valentine's Day is approaching, I've decided to create a new romantic embroidery pattern. In this video, I try two color variations and show how to make two different handmade gifts using my embroidery pattern and some sewing. The first project is an embroidery hoop and the second is a pincushion. Find the link to the pattern in the description to this video. For each of my projects, you'll need to download a PDF file and print the pattern in real size settings. To be sure you've done it right, compare your pattern measurements with those shown on the screen. I start each of my projects with transferring the pattern to the fabric. For the first project, we'll only need an embroidery pattern, ignoring the sewn one. Put a carbon paper sheet on the fabric, then pin the pattern to it. Use a pen or a pencil to transfer the lines to your fabric. Press a little harder than you normally do when writing. Then I hoop my fabric and start to embroider. I take 3 strands of 8208 Penka Kirov or 792 DMC floss for the leaves and stems. Then I take 6 strands of 0102 Penka Kirov or 712 DMC floss to make roses. When our embroidery is finished, I unhook it and press the fabric around the stitches. Then hoop the fabric again, but this time to a smaller decorative hoop. Mine is 15 cm or 5 and 9 inches in diameter. I cut the excess fabric off, leaving approximately 5 cm around the edges. I use back stitches to gather the fabric in the center as it is shown in the video and secure the thread. As this is supposed to be a present, you may want to make the wrong side a little bit neater. Thus, I cut out a circle using the same fabric and pin it to the gathers. Then I tuck the raw edges under and secure them with stitches. And that's it! Our embroidery hoop is ready! Let's move on to the second project, a pincushion. The only difference between this embroidery and the first one is the thread colors. Here I use 6 strands of 9224 PNK Kirov or 666 or 817 DMC floss for roses. For the winding stems, I use 3 strands of 4502 PNK Kirov or 472 DMC floss. I use 3 strands of 4010 PNK Kirov or 987 DMC floss for the leaves. For the stems, I use 3 strands of 3913 PNK Kirov or 986 DMC floss. When our embroidery is finished, cut the sewing pattern out, place it on top of the embroidery, making sure they coincide. I help myself with some pins. Pin the pattern to the fabric and use an erasable marker to transfer the pincushion pattern. Note that the seam allowances are not included, so I add extra 5 mm when cutting the thin out. We'll need 2 identical pieces, so I cut another one. Then I tuck the seam allowances under and secure them with hand stitches. Use the iron to press the pieces, but don't touch our embroidery with it. As I wanted my pincushion to keep its shape and not to bend, I decided to add 2 plastic pieces inside it. I cut approximately 4 mm off each side of the paper pattern and cut out 2 plastic pieces using this pattern. We do so as we don't want our machine needle to pierce the plastic and be broken. I also cut a polyester batting heart for our pincushion. It should also be smaller than our main fabric pieces. Then I make a kind of a pie, as it is shown in the video, and secure everything with pins. I stitch two pieces together with hand stitches at first. Then make a line of stitches 2 mm off the edges using my sewing machine. Remove all the hand stitches. Fold the pincushion by half and make another line of stitches 2 mm off the upper edge. And our second gift is ready! Hope you enjoyed sewing and embroidering with me. See you in my next videos. Bye!